À tous de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
We have missed the launch opportunity that we had in September this year. The key reasons are further delay of few instruments, or the latest instrument, a couple of problems on platform equipment, that we have to remove the platform equipment and repair them. And then the COVID. In 2021, the COVID was as difficult as in 2020, so we continually lose time because people was sick, people was not available, and so forth. So we missed the launch date. We didn't miss much, couple of months, but if you miss the launch window, you are gone. And therefore, we have now a new baseline, a backup launch date in 2023.
My name is Arnaud Boutonnet, and I work on JUICE since quite a long time, actually, since 16 years now, and I'm what we call the mission analysis lead. Mission analysis is, I would say, the art of computing and designing trajectories. So basically, as input, we have the science team that will come to us with objectives like visiting Ganymede, being at that altitude, or going to Europa, and these kind of things. And then we need to design a full trajectory answering all these scientific goals.
Yves Langevin, on JUICE, I was a PI for 10 years, so I have a direct understanding of what was really important for science. And I could talk to Arnaud and talk to the science team and tell them, okay, let's put together what are the basics, what are the three pillars. And we ended up with a high inclination phase, 2 flybys of Europa, and foremost, this circular orbit around Ganymede, at most at 500 km altitude.
When the mission was adopted in 2015, the launch date was planned for 2022, and it nearly never changed. And we had, I would say, a database of options for 2022, 23, 24, 25 that we established 10 years ago. And because we had that reference and everything looked very stable, we didn't make any further analysis. And then suddenly, a few months ago, the project understood that we couldn't make it in 2022. So we had urgently to find something new in 2023. In 23, we had 3 options, 1 in April and 2 in August. We didn't want to wait until August because it cost money. So we wanted to use the 1 in April. The drawback of the 1 in April that we had was that it was very long in terms of transfer time to Jupiter. But at the same time, Yves had done some analysis and came to us and said, on top of these options that we derived 10 years ago and that we use as reference, there might be another one that would live in April and that whose duration would be shorter than the one we have in the database.
Decided to look whether we could have something earlier. And this is where I found this idea of launching in the equator while it is close to the ecliptic, which is the orbit plane of the Earth, which is unusual. It's not part of the normal way of looking at opportunities. So it's not surprising it was not found, but the story doesn't stop at being able to say, hey, there is something which could work, because the devil can be in many, many, many details.
When you design a trajectory, there are essentially 2 main steps. The first one is what we call finding the first guess, which is, I don't know, I mean, you want to go from here, Darmstadt, and you want to go to Toulouse, you just put the main milestones to Toulouse. But then you have a second step, where we call that refinement, and you start zooming in and trying to see exactly where do you go. You put all the perturbations that you're going to have in the model for the dynamics, and you take all the effects into account, and you really start consolidating that.
I'm Amedeo Rocchi. I'm working in the mission analysis section. as a mission analyst, and I basically support the different responsible for the different missions. I supported recently Arnaud in the process of the refined optimization of the new launch window. In this process, I basically help him refine the actual trajectory and verify that his initial guess, so this kind of structure of the transfer, was actually feasible under all the different constraints that we have from project, from scientists and so on.
My idea was not enough. It really needed a lot of consolidation. As Giuseppe Sarri was saying, I proposed the idea and Arnaud and his team made it real. And the official validation of a launch opportunity that has to be done by ESA because ESA is in charge of the project.
We have now a launch date in April 23 with a window of opening on the 5th of April and closing on the 25th of April.